So I was reading Mark chapter 4 today, and at the end, it tells a story about how Jesus and his disciples got on a boat. And when they were in the middle of the sea, the wind started blowing, the rain started coming, and a storm was forming. The disciples were freaking out, and they found Jesus in the bottom of the boat, and he was sleeping. They said, "Jesus, how are you sleeping? We're going to die." And he looks at them and he says, "Why are you so afraid? Do you have no faith?" And then he calms the storm. And I thought that line was just crazy. Do you have no faith? The whole Old Testament and most of the Bible is about having faith in God and that he will provide. Right? When the Israelites were led out of Egypt and they're in the desert, God is saying, have faith in me, I will provide. And he did provide. He provided food. He split the sea. He led them to the promised land. He helped them defeat many, many nations. But he just asked them to trust in him, and frequently they would fall away and worship other idols. That's a common theme, is have faith, which means to trust in God. So Jesus says to the disciples, do you have no faith? You claim to be a follower, you claim to believe in me, but you're worrying. If you believed in me, then you'd know who I am, that I will protect you, that things will work out for the good of those who love me. So, that hit me hard. It's like, why worry? And then right before that, he gives the parable of the seeds and the sower. How a sower drops some seed and some of it lands on some rock, some of it lands on the road, some of it lands in the thorn bushes, and some of it lands on good soil. The one that lands on the road sprouts up really quick, but then is destroyed by the sun. Or that's the rock. The one that lands on the road gets eaten by birds and doesn't grow at all. The one that lands in the rocks grows up really fast, but then gets burned by the sun. The one that grows in the thorns grows up, but then is choked by the thorns and produces no fruit. And the one that lands in the good soil, of course, produces fruit. He gives a description of each of these. The one that lands on the road is snatched up by Satan so that it doesn't even produce any faith. The one that lands on the rocks sprouts up really quick but has no roots. So it's like those who have faith and are all excited, but then tribulation comes, and since their faith isn't very deep, they fall away. And then the one that lands in the thorn bushes grows up, has faith, but then is consumed by anxieties and by pleasures of the world, love of money and that stuff. And I realized, if we are consumed by worry, then we are that seed, or we are that soil, not producing fruit, growing up, but then being consumed by anxieties. And that's the one soil that Jesus says does not produce fruit. And Jesus says you will know them by their fruit. So that's super convicting to me. It's like, if I'm worrying, then I'm not focused on God. I'm not having faith, and I'm not producing fruit. So, and why should I worry? I have faith, right? Why are you afraid? Do you have no faith? Have a good day. Be encouraged. God is good, and he will provide and protect because he loves you. He loves you because he loves you. And we don't deserve it, yes. But he just loves us because he loves us. Have a good day.